Deep beneath the dark, cold waters of Scotland lies a mystery that has haunted humanity for centuries. A creature so elusive, so terrifying, that even modern science cannot fully explain it. Some call it a myth, some call it a legend, but witnesses call it real. Tonight, you will uncover the truth behind the world's most mysterious creature, the Loch Ness Monster. For over 1,500 years, stories have echoed through Scotland about a massive, unknown creature living in the deep waters of a remote lake known as Loch Ness. Locals described something enormous, dark and serpentine, swimming silently in the depths well before cameras ever existed. In the year 565 AD, an Irish monk named Saint Columba recorded one of the first encounters. He claimed to have witnessed a giant beast rise from the water and attack a swimmer. According to the ancient record, the creature suddenly disappeared after the monk raised his hand in prayer. Coincidence? Hallucination? Or the first documented encounter with Nessie? Fast forward to 1933. A newly built road brought more travelers than ever before along the shores of Loch Ness. And with travelers came sightings. One couple reported seeing a massive creature cross the road in front of their car and disappear into the lake. Newspapers exploded with headlines, and suddenly, the world was watching. Then came the photograph that shocked the world. A blurred black and white image showing a long neck rising above the water. Scientists said it was fake. Believers said it was proof. But the question remained, if Nessie wasn't real, why were so many people seeing the same thing?
Loch Ness itself is one of the deepest and darkest freshwater lakes in the world. It reaches depths over 750 feet and contains layers of murky peat water, making visibility nearly zero, even with modern equipment. Perfect for hiding something. In the 1960s, serious scientific investigations began. Teams used sonar technology, a powerful tool that sends sound waves through water to detect large moving objects. What they found shocked them. Large moving masses were detected deep beneath the surface, moving against the current, too large to be fish and too slow to be boats. Scientists dismissed them as natural disturbances, but privately, many admitted something wasn't right. In 1972, underwater cameras captured shadowy shapes moving across the lake bed. One image showed what looked like a massive flipper. Again, officials said it was an optical illusion. But experts studying the photograph noticed something important. The object had a bone-like structure, a joint, something biological. Could Nessie be a surviving prehistoric creature? Some researchers believe the Loch Ness Monster could be a plesiosaur, a marine reptile that supposedly went extinct 65 million years ago with the dinosaurs. They argue, what if some survived? What if they adapted to fresh water? What if they have been hiding all this time? Skeptics argue that a breeding population would be necessary. They question how a large creature could survive unseen for so long. But here's what few people know.
In 2018, scientists conducted a deep DNA analysis of Loch Ness. They collected water samples and tested for genetic traces of unknown organisms. The results were disturbing. They found traces of known species, but also large amounts of unexplained genetic material that did not fully match any cataloged creature. The scientists publicly stated, there is no evidence of a large unknown animal, but privately, one researcher admitted, we found things in that water we cannot fully explain.
Over the years, more than 1,000 sightings have been recorded. The witnesses are not just tourists, police officers, military pilots, scientists, locals who grew up beside the lake, all describing the same creature. A long neck, a large humped body, slow, powerful movement. Mass hysteria or shared reality? But what makes this mystery even darker? People have disappeared. Boats found abandoned. Unexplained drownings. Sudden waves in calm waters. No official connection was ever made to Nessie, but locals whisper a different story.
That the creature is territorial, that it protects its domain, that when humans go too far, it reacts. Modern sonar expeditions have continued into the 2020s, and just a few years ago, something new was detected. A massive moving object, over 30 feet long, swimming silently deep below. The footage was never officially released. Why? Why hide it? What are we not supposed to see? Could governments know more than they tell us? Could proof already exist, locked away in classified archives? Scientists remain divided. Some say Nessie is a myth created by waves, logs, and imagination. Others say something far more chilling, that if we haven't proven it doesn't exist, then we can't rule it out. And after everything, the ancient records, the sonar hits, the unexplained DNA, the eyewitness accounts, the real question isn't, is the Loch Ness Monster real? The real question is, what if it is? What if something ancient still lives in those dark waters? What if it's watching us right now? And if it has survived hidden for over 1,000 years, what else might still exist that we've never found? Because the truth is, some mysteries were never meant to be solved, and some creatures were never meant to be seen. The waters of Loch Ness remain dark, silent, waiting, and the most mysterious creature on Earth may still be down there, watching, waiting, breathing.
As the mystery of Loch Ness grew, a darker side of the legend began to surface. Not everyone who went searching for the creature came back with answers. Some came back shaken. Others stopped talking completely. Professional monster hunters, deep water divers, and adventure filmmakers traveled from all over the world with one goal: to catch the truth on camera. But many of their recordings were classified, lost, or mysteriously damaged. Batteries drained without reason, compasses malfunctioned, sonar systems detected movement, and then suddenly went silent. One underwater researcher described feeling as if he was being watched, even in complete darkness. He reported seeing a massive shadow pass beneath him, blocking the faint light above. When he surfaced, his hands were shaking uncontrollably. Scientists studying the lake noticed strange temperature shifts in the deepest parts of the water. Warm pockets appearing where there should only be freezing darkness. This suggested the presence of a large, moving body displacing massive amounts of water. Even more unsettling, strange roars were recorded late at night, low-frequency sounds that couldn't be traced to boats, storms, or known aquatic animals. These sounds echoed through the still air, sending chills through those who heard them. Local fishermen started refusing to work certain areas of the lake. Boats were found drifting with no crew aboard. Nets returned torn as if something powerful had moved through them. Yes, skeptics still argue it is all coincidence. Logs, waves, shadows. But none of those explain the fear in the voices of trained professionals. None of those explain the equipment failures. None of those explain why respected scientists quietly admitted there are regions of the lake they refuse to explore. Because sometimes, the scariest part of the mystery is not what we see, it's what we can't.